second. Bridget, are we good? Thank you.
Excellent. All right, so this is the Parks meeting on Thursday, October 10th at 6:30 in the Slade Building. Just gonna go around and say our names. So I'm Jessie Alexander, and we have a new member.
I'm Hunter Young.
Okay.
Josh Tenpenny.
Josh Tenpenny. Excellent. So I think that's all I have to do there. There's people from the public here. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about? Bring to Parks' attention?
No,
Just
just
here
here as
for
an observer.
moral support.
Moral support.
Excellent. All right, so I gave out copies of our budget. We have 4 accounts that we kind of keep track of, and we have our yearly budget, which was just replenished, I guess, in September? No. July, okay. And that is just, that helps us with the porta potties, so Scotty potties that we use out on the rec field. And then we've got the information center, which is also called Clark's Corner, where we, I guess, decorate that for Memorial Day and Christmas time. We'll put up lights, so we can use some of the funds for that. And then we have a donation fund that's revolving. I actually just put a deposit in from the townwide yard sale. We ended up making $141.
Nice.
So that was from MAP donations. And I just put money into that. And then we have another community park fund. And I'm sorry, we have 5 funds. Okay. And the preservation fund, which we share, we oversee it, but we share it with open space. And the money that goes into there is from haying some fields that Parks, I guess, was part of. So that is our budget. I think we look pretty good. We've got enough money for what we need for right now, which is good. Okay. What we needed to talk about is closing the parks. We have a couple of soccer games in November, the first 2 weekends. So I was thinking that we could keep the potties there until those games are over. So it would be just half of November that would be paying for. And then we'll just call Scotty's potties and have them removed at that time. So that sounds good. We're all on par with that. Excellent.
Yes.
We need to take down the umbrella shades.
Yep.
That we didn't do it last year. We talked about it, but
Yep.
it actually kind of worked out in our favor because there wasn't a lot of snow, so there
Yep.
wasn't damage to them. But I'd like to do it this year, so maybe we can just get together, pick a date. I think, 1 or 2 of us together should be able to get that taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have availability during the day, you're working days.
Next week's a little busy, but after that, I'm generally available during the days.
Oh, okay.
Thursdays, I've got a lot of evenings and weekend stuff, but days aside from Thursdays, I'm often
Okay.
available, afternoons particularly.
Okay.
It's a hit or miss with me.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, nights, but it could vary from nights to days I'm working.
Okay, so we can kind of just connect. I can take down your phone numbers and we can just say, hey, are you available this afternoon or something, and we can get together and do that.
Okay.
That would be good. We also need to have the irrigation system shut down
Yes.
before the winter. So Sanda helped us find a place that used to do it. There was a guy that used to do it, and I think he retired and then just brought us to his company. And they gave us a rough estimate of $300 to just shut down for the winter.
All right.
So I think that we should just schedule that
Yeah.
and have that taken care of so we don't ruin our irrigation systems.
Agreed.
Agreed. Okay. I can take care of that. For closing the parks. Okay, so we were talking not last year, but the year before. I guess there used to be an ice skating rink that they had at
Yes.
Curtis Rec Field. is that something that either of you would be interested in? We didn't do it last year, which actually worked out because the weather, I mean, it was so.
It's so
it was
hard to
wonderful.
know whether it's gonna be cold enough to use it.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Do you have thoughts on it?
I don't ice skate, so
So is it, not really?
I think it's a good idea, but it is always a gamble with the weather as to
Mhm.
whether or not it's gonna be usable.
Okay.
How much DPW support does that require? Because they are still 2 people down.
I don't think it requires any of them,
Did you
yeah.
guys
Parks
didn't-
put it up.
Good.
Parks put it up.
Yeah, so I guess we have all the boards and the stuff. We just have to buy a new liner for
Mhm.
the pond park itself. I mean, that's something we could maybe decide. I don't think we'd have to make a decision right now. We could give it some time, think about it,
Yeah.
see.
Gotta get the stakes in the ground before it freezes, that's the biggest thing.
Okay, stakes in the ground.
So you don't wanna do it too late in November because the ground starts to freeze.
Okay,
And you can always set it up and fill it later.
right. Where did you have it before?
It's on the, it's right near where the, U18 soccer field, the big soccer field, it's right near where the, net is. Right down there with the
Okay,
level is.
down in that area. Okay, so, I like you, I don't ice skate either. I don't know what the town, participation, excitement about that would be. I mean, maybe we could try to put out some feelers, ask if there's people interested in it, and we could get it put in. I mean, I'm not sure.
I would certainly attend a hot cocoa ice skating event.
Yeah.
We could make people sing songs.
Sing songs in a hot cocoa ice skating event. Okay, so maybe we could come up with a time that would be able to put up the rink, and then if we don't end up filling it, we don't end up filling it, it's just up and ready,
Mhm.
as an option if we decide to go that route.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I like that, and I think the idea of having a small event, a thing, because I didn't know that there was an ice skating rink there.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine who enjoys ice skating very much was like, lives down the road from me, had no
Oh.
idea there was an ice skating rink, so I think having some sort of little thing to let people know, hey, there's an ice skating rink,
Yeah.
be a good idea.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. And, there's not a lot going on besides the holidays, obviously, in the winter, so it would be kind of nice to put something together. If hot cocoa, ice skating, that could be a fun activity.
Mhm.
So we can do that. I think we could set that up. Agreed?
Agreed?
Yep.
Agreed? All right.
Potentially partner with special events, see what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more money over there than there is on this side.
Right, yeah. It would have to make it some kind of donation, fundraising, thing for us to fully
Mhm.
support it, as seen in the budget. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have a note about how much the liner is?
$300. It was around 300.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've got it in the little slush funds.
But having some sort of little thing where we, raise a little bit of money towards it would
Right,
make that, how do I put it, would make that an easy option, right? I mean,
Right.
like if we can have a little fundraisery thing, like let's make this happen, then we can have that.
Yeah, that
as
would be good.
opposed to like we have a very small budget, but if you want to ice skate and you want to give us $10.
to ice skate would be good. We couldn't charge to use the ice skating rink, right? It would be more like we would sell
Would you like to be
hot cocoa.
friends
like,
of the
would
ice
like-
skating
yeah,
rink?
Friends of the ice skating rink.
Yeah.
Sell hot cocoa or donations,
donations, yeah,
donations
exactly.
accepted, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
I like that idea.
That would
Okay.
likely be cleaner.
Right.
Because I don't know how many people are going to pay a entrance fee and who's
Right.
gonna kind of mandate that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's just set up and people can use it whenever they like.
Yeah.
Right.
But if, people who are sort of sponsors of it or whatever
Right.
made donations to it, then we can. And if
Have an
it falls
event.
short of the 300, then we can, cover the difference. But
Right.
if we try to get donations for it and we get like a total of $37, then it's kind of an indication that there's not much interest.
Right, that is very true, that is very true. I like that idea. Maybe we can come up with some ideas on, you know, like dates and just having
Mhm.
like a hot cocoa skating. Maybe ask around, for donations. If you have friends that are
Yeah.
interested, you know, maybe we could post something on Facebook or websites just to see if there's,
Mm-hmm.
what the interest there is like.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Excellent. That is all I have for closing of the parks.
Okay.
Field usage requests, we're in good shape with them. I did get the, I think it's I got one from special events for next year already, so I'll start a calendar and put that on there.
Alright.
But that's very advanced,
Yeah.
very ahead of time, which is good. I don't believe we have any old or, new business besides what we just discussed.
Okay.
I did have a thought, I don't know if you guys have read things on Facebook, but there were a lot of people that were talking about the dog bags, you know,
Okay.
dogs using the park and people not picking up after them or taking care of it, which is an issue,
Yeah.
cause you don't want to, you know, ban dogs, but at the same time, you don't wanna encourage bad behavior.
Exactly.
So, I was thinking that maybe we could look into getting one of those, like dog bag trash cans that they have.
That would be nice.
I looked online just as like a quick preliminary search, and it was like $300 for one of those.
Yeah.
For like a big sturdy metal one that sits. Would
Mhm.
have to figure out, you know, who's going to empty it.
Yeah.
Somebody would have to do that frequently.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a senior work-off program in the wintertime, they just
Mhm.
come, and work during the summers and empty the trashes up there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's something we want to maybe think about, put down some thoughts.
I think that's a good idea, and I would be willing to come by and empty it. Like, how frequently would you think that needs to be done?
I don't know,
It really
Say-
depends on how many people are using it.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't mind going myself and doing that as well if we're around in the area.
Mhm.
And in the wintertime, the track is full of snow.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
less
it's not gonna,
use
it's not gonna
and
be a winter thing.
and if there's
Exactly.
frozen dog turds in the bottom of the trash can, it's not
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
as troublesome as it is in the summer.
Exactly, it's very true. But I would just kinda like to address that problem. I hate to ban dogs without trying to take a step to
Yeah, exactly. And
help
having a little
people.
thing with the little sign that's like, "Hey, we really and truly do expect you to pick up after your dogs."
Right,
You know, like
Please
we're
do
trying
this.
to make it easy for you to pick up after your dogs.
Right.
You know.
exactly.
Um,
Okay, so we can, look at that, try to figure out, our budget, if we can, maybe that might be a CIP thing? Is that what it is, CPI, CIP?
Is it over $10,000 to be on the capital improvement plan?
Oh, no, that's way under. That's way under.
$10,000.
Never mind, okay. Would we ever have anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so maybe we can come up with something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I think that would be useful, maybe we could start it, you know, obviously not this winter, but talk
Mhm.
about it, next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that sound like a good plan?
I think that should go on the agenda.
On the agenda, okay, we will do that. And do you guys have anything that you'd like to present or talk about, or?
No,
No,
not really.
not really? Okay, excellent. Well, I don't have anything else,
I do.
so, oh, yes.
Yay.
So Jesse had expressed interest in being considered potentially for a budgetary increase, as did Sanda last year. And as town administrator, I can say that the town is in a difficult financial space, but that does not mean that you cannot request. The forms were sent out today. I sent them to Jesse. You can work on them. We have 1 month. The budgetary forms are due on November 12th. So if you're interested in putting your heads together and making a request, I can't say either way which way it would go, but if you don't ask, it's certainly a no.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, I wanted to see if we could, so right now, currently, we're getting $2,500.
Yeah.
Which honestly isn't even enough to cover the porta potties. we had, donations from soccer and baseball last
Mhm.
year that helped cover one of the porta potties.
Yeah,
So I would like to increase the budget so that we could do things like get the,
well, and at least cover the porta potties.
right, cover the
Right.
porta potties would be
Like-
nice, yes. We're not gonna be guaranteed donations, but
Mhm.
they are the ones using the field most of the time, so they were very happy to acquiesce
Mhm.
on that. So I was just gonna shoot for the stars and ask for 5,000 and see what happens.
Okay,
Do you
agreed.
agree? You have thoughts?
It's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. It's always good to ask for more and get less, I guess, right? All right, so I will, there's paperwork to fill out. I haven't read through it all yet, but, I will take care of that.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Anything else?
No.
No? All right, well then I guess we're adjourned, right? Do I need to say anything else?
You need to say,
You have to
I will
vote.
accept a motion to adjourn.
I will accept a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
Yep,
Yeah?
motion to adjourn.
Is there a second on the motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, you have to say it.
Oh, all in favor?
Aye, you need a cheat
Excellent.
sheet of
I
like,
do.
what are the forms
I
and
do.
protocols?
There's a cheat sheet